The second thing you do is after the goal setting, you need to analyze really where you are in your product designing journey, and after that, you need to pick the correct research method which will work the best for what you're trying to achieve. So how do you think about research method? Which one do you pick? Like, how do you decide? So I'll tell you, like, there is a kind of a framework. So either, I mean, this one here is like listing down of all the methods of user research, and there are a lot of methods, but we're not going to talk about all of them, because I mean, it is just for somebody who wants to get into research deeply can of course go through them, but we are looking at something very basic right now. So let's see. So how do you decide which one works for you? So generally there is this kind of this method of how to decide which user research method you can use to conduct the research. Um, there are multiple types of methods. Some will give you very qualitative data, which might be like like users have this kind of behavior. That is more like a qualitative data, wherein like you might say that people want to spend more money when on or make they are comfortable with digital transactions only with a certain product, like if that could be a qualitative data. On the other hand, some of the research methods will give you quantitative data, wherein you can have like numbers and all, where you can say that this design works better for 80% of the users versus this design only helps 20% of the users. So you clearly have a kind of measurement to basically to evaluate. So that is more quantitative. But what you need to really understand is which phase of the product are you in. So are you in the strategizing phase, or you are in the executing phase, or you are somewhere in the assessing phase? So I'll talk a little bit about these. When you're in the strategizing phase, you are basically exploring new directions and opportunities. At this time, you don't know what to do, like what kind of product you want to make. Maybe you have a little bit of an idea. Maybe you know like you want to create a product for entertainment, but you really don't know that like what problem area will that be useful for. Or you know like you want to design a feature which helps you kind of reduce screen time of the users, but then you don't understand how. So that is more like a strategy problem. Then there are executional things where you have a product, probably you're working on a feature and you're designing it, like I'm designing a sign up flow for some app XYZ, and I want to you use the design which works the best for the users at this moment. Like I already know what my problem is, but I just want to optimize my designs to increase the usability. In the SS phase, you want to basically, you already have a product, you already have worked on the designs, and probably they're being built, so you already have an app. Now at this point, you just want to see like what's working and what's not working. So you're assessing, and then you want to later on make improvements. Now, in for these different areas, there are all different kinds of user research methods. So typical method when you're in a strategy kind of situation would be field studies, going to people, talking to them, spending time with them, like for like in their usual environments, like just in there when they are carrying out their day-to-day activities, you could spend time with them and understand how they observe them and like analyze. Or you could do surveys, data mining, or analytics if you have some data already available. Then you can get into this. In executional phase, there are lots of research methods. Some of the common ones are doing card sorting, where you give like cards to people and ask them like to prioritize which features would be more useful for them and all that. And so in that sense you get a priority for them from them, or you understand that this person, I mean these users would prefer having these features rather than these. Or you could do a prototype testing. Sometimes we also do participatory design where we ask them for ideas, and like that doesn't work all the time, but it's a useful method for few cases. We can, of course, like prototyping, usability testing is a great method at this for this. In the essay space, you could be doing basically usability benchmarking, where you ask users, like you show a few versions, you ask them to rate, and so that you have a clear like measurement also of how usable your product is. You could do things like A/B testing, where you show multiple prototypes, multiple designs, and ask them to compare and things like that. So these are some of the methods. But if you're interested, please go ahead and read more about it. Everything is there on the internet these days. So